Now this is going to start off by being white, but we'll be darkening it as we go along. I've also got some foliage here. Now I want to be mindful of that, so I want to leave a little bit of that sticking out like that. Okay, and a little bit of white on there. It just allows if you put white all over it, you'd have a problem getting the greenery to be bright enough. Okay, so far so good. A little bit of grey in there as well. This is a lighter grey I'm using now. Still leaving that little bit sticking out. Okay, now we can bring some grey in. This is going to be a shadow here, so we'll make sure that we've got plenty of grey there to represent that shadow, and then bring it down. Now, this is a very, very old door, so we can afford it to be looking like that. And in fact, what we can do is put a little bit of the darker colour on as well, here and there. See how by travelling it down. The pastel paper underneath is helping me enormously on this, I've got to say. Now this is the rather attractive mauvey grey, and once again we'll just pull that in. What we do need desperately now is some lines coming down here, some divisions like that, little panels like that. And because it's ruins, it's all very rough, so what we need to do is to have that looking a little bit broken up at the bottom. You've got a tremendous artistic license on something like this. It can be what you want it to be, as long as it represents what you're after. And that's looking good, isn't it? See the shadow coming in now. Now there are some little hole knots. I'm not convinced entirely what they are. I didn't, although I was there at the time, I didn't take enough time investigating it. But that's what they look like. So we're going to just drag a little bit of colour down from there, like that. That looks very, very nice. Okay, now I want a little bit of light coming back in again here and there. And this would, you see how by doing that you can kind of emphasise the panels a little better. Now looking good, looking good. A little bit of ochre as well, just to add a little bit of interest to it. And I think we're near enough there. I would almost certainly there'd be some green, especially very damp in this area. And the other thing I'm going to do is come down here again, because that area now, because I've gone over it a few times, we've lost the darkness. So we come down here with the dark now. There we are, that's where the door meets. And a little bit more like that. It's a little touch up here and a touch up there, but you can see how good it is. I think almost just a little, always inevitable, just a little tiny bit of black in there just to give ourselves the final.